by the Prime Minister. His arrival in Mumbai is awaited. That's expected to happen shortly. Siddharth Zarabi is also joining us at the moment. Huge boost this is for urban transport infrastructure in Mumbai. And everyone in Mumbai, at least that I know of, had been waiting for this for a very, very long time, the Atal Setu.
Absolutely. And, the real significance, apart from some of the very impressive statistics that have been involved in the construction of this sea link, is the fact that it was originally conceived over 60 years ago. And it's seen many sort of back and forths. And the fact that it's been done now, the fact that it is called Atal Setu, remember, some of the most impressive infrastructure, highway, road development programs started during the first NDA government led by former the late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And in some ways, the completion and the inauguration of what is clearly one of the most marvelous pieces of modern infrastructure that India has seen so far is going to send out a signal with regard to development. The history of this project, Polomi, is very, very significant. The difficulties in execution on account of project-related matters. And in fact, I must remind our viewers that one of the most concrete steps that had happened kind of unraveled in February of 2008, several months before the global financial meltdown, where Reliance Infrastructure of the Anil Ambani Group had emerged as the preferred bidder. But later on, that couldn't be taken through. The project went through various reiterations in terms of who the execution authorities were done. But it was finally December of 2017 that this project got off. The economic benefits are going to be unparalleled, and the speaker before me was talking about. But look at it also from one more point before I hand it back to you, which is the impressive scale up in project execution capabilities all across the country. Now, this may sound like a technical term, but you and me, and perhaps every Indian who faces any hurdle with regard to urban transportation, commutes, knows, and they constantly say, "Arey, itna time lag raha hai project mein, sab sadkein khudi hui hain." We've seen what has happened in Calcutta with another marquee project. But the impressive speed, execution, finesse, that has now become a hallmark of most projects. Yes, there might be some incidents which might cloud public memory, including some accidents, but they are part of the process. The scale of construction in India, the ambition that we have seen over the last 8-10 years, translating into on-ground execution, very little delays, constant monitoring of projects at the highest levels, timely release of payments, contractor government disputes being reduced, much better arbitration. So all of this is really translating into what will be a very, very significant visible manifestation of infrastructure in a new India, as the government says, and as a lot of people really expect that many other showpiece projects will make lives easier for them.
Right. Siddharth, as you were speaking, we were seeing some of those images of the rehearsal of Prime Minister's cavalcade that took place yesterday on the Atal Setu, because he's going to, in fact, go on the Atal Setu, not just inaugurate it. And, I'm a Mumbaikar myself, so just looking at those pictures, I'm just so relieved to even see, that you could possibly get from...
Absolutely. I've spent several years of my life living in Mumbai. I've worked there. I have a sort of second city type of connection with Mumbai, and I know exactly what you're saying in terms of how much it really means in a congested city like Mumbai to have this kind of infrastructure. And Paul, me one quick point. I don't know if you've already discussed this. This will also be a test kit about tolls.
Yeah.
Now, remember that whenever certain marquee projects in the past have opened and there have been, disputes, public protests about tolls, look at the kind of tolls. And I have in front of me a board of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Severi Navasheva Atal Setu. A car, single journey is 250, going up to a monthly pass of 12,500. The fact that users in India are now most likely going to pay much higher tolls is also a reflection of both the benefit that people say, the size of the of our economy, and the realization that if you want good infrastructure, you'll have to pay for it.
Right.
Go back 15 years to the land disputes and toll disputes, and now you don't hear too much about that polemic.
Right. I think earlier, in fact, the thought was for users to pay about 500 rupees on one way. They brought it down to 250. But just imagine going from Mumbai to Navi Mumbai earlier, possibly over 2 hours now. 20 minutes is all you're going to take if you take the Atal Setu from Sivri in South Mumbai. Siddharth, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. So the Atal Setu bridge will in fact be inaugurated shortly by Prime Minister Modi. Just let's give you a sense of this engineering marvel as it's being called. The height of it, 27 meters. The width of it, each carriageway, is about 14.92 meters. The total length is about 21.8 kilometers, of which 16.5 kilometers of that length is over sea and about 5.5 is over land. The initial estimate of this project was about 14,712 crores. The final cost now, it stands at 17,843 crore rupees. It's a 6-lane bridge, as you will see, of course, when those images start coming in of the Prime Minister inaugurating it and traveling on the Atal Setu. The volume of concrete used, 6 lakh cubic meters. That's the volume of the concrete which has been used. The weight of the structured steel used is about 90,000 tons. 90,000 tons of steel. Total steel used is close to about 3+ Howrah bridges. Howrah Bridge being in Kolkata. So this is the staggering detail of this Atal Setu, which will be shortly inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi, who's in Maharashtra today. Now, as far as the benefits of this Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link is concerned, it cuts down journey time. In fact, earlier it was about 90 to 120 minutes. Now the time is about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you're going from Mumbai to Navi Mumbai, you'll probably be in Navi Mumbai in 20 minutes flat from Sivri. So that is going to be a huge, huge bonus for every Mumbaikar who's watching this and is waiting with this, waiting